All right. So just by way of introduction, again, I want to say welcome everyone who is here. And if you are a guest, welcome, welcome. And I'm doing this on behalf of the person who invited you to this particular call. And of course, for all of us also, we learn something new as we discuss and as we look at this subject today, which is the greatest subject of our time. And it is for such a time as this that we are able to discuss what we are discussing right now. So my name is Jeremiah Kendagor, and my background is banking. I have been a banker for the last 25 years actively, and I have worked in two big banks here in Kenya, and I'm so glad to be in this particular space. I also want to just mention that in my banking career, I was in the field called treasury, okay, where basically I was working with a team of people that manages the balance sheet of the bank, and especially the short-term obligations of the bank. That's what the treasury department does. And one of the other areas that we do as a bank is looking at foreign exchange exposure also, and that also looks into profiting from foreign exchange activities that the bank does, which is foreign exchange trading and also meeting customer needs within that particular area. So with that kind of background, I am also, I could say that I've been involved in the money market arena, where we are looking at money per se, and how to use money and how money is utilized basically within an economy and so on. And that also helps me to even be able to discuss a subject like we are discussing today about a technology that is completely revolutionizing the lives of many people around the world, and more so economically and financially and so on, because it's a technology that touches on this big subject called money. And so tonight, just to be able to help us delve and maybe discuss what I want us to discuss today about money and about this new technology that we are referring to called the blockchain technology, is just to look at basically how money has come to the place where we are in today. And first of all, to define what is money, all right? And money basically is a tool that enables human beings to exchange goods and services from each other, all right? You know very well that when you wake up in the morning, you require certain services. You require soap to wash your face. You require toothpaste to clean your teeth. When you go to the kitchen, you need to make a cup of tea. So you need water, you need sugar, you need the tea leaves, you need all those things. Some of those and most of those things that you require on your day-to-day basis are not normally within your own manufacturing backyard. Not many of us manufacture tea in our backyard, or manufacture sugar in our backyard, or manufacture toothpaste in our backyard. So you go out there and acquire them and buy them. And how do you buy them? Using money. So how do you acquire money? Again, you go out there, offer your services, whatever they are, or your goods, or whatever they are, and so you acquire money. So money is a tool of trade, of being able to exchange goods and services that human beings do every day. And so how did we arrive at the kind or the model of money that we are using today? It started with barter trade, all right? So long time ago, our great-grandparents, they tell us they used to exchange goods for goods. And so they would go to the marketplace. Somebody comes with a goat, another one comes with a cow, another one comes with a sack of millet, another one comes with a sack of maize, another one comes with all sorts of different goods and services that they are able to get from their own farms and exchange them at the marketplace. in a model called the barter trade. But of course, as you know, the barter trade became increasingly difficult to implement because of the nature of being able to exchange goods and services. So what happened? I apologize for that interruption of internet. I hope I don't get interrupted too much as we discuss. But yes, if you can hear me loud and clear, kindly type in on the chat 111. If you can hear me loud and clear, type in on the chat 111. And if you can see my screen, again, kindly type in 111 on the chat if you can hear me. If you can hear me, and okay, thank you so much, and Get and Bernard and so on. So yes, so I was saying that it became increasingly difficult to do barter trade. So it was necessary that over time to create a new model of being able to exchange goods and services. So certain precious commodities were used as a means of exchange. And we came up with things like cowrie shells. We came up with things like the gold. We came up with platinum, metals, and so on. And one of the ones that finally won the day was gold standard. And so for quite a long time, human beings have been using the gold as a means of exchange and as a model of being able to exchange goods and services. Why? Because gold was precious, not readily available. Two, that it can be easily subdivided into different quantities depending on how much you would want to exchange or buy and so on, which was a real ingredient in terms of being able to exchange these particular goods and services. But that again resulted into some other difficulties that came about. So in the industrial age, during the 1700s to 1800s, we came up with the fiat money or the paper money. Actually, paper money came in first, then the paper money got converted into what we call fiat money. Now, paper money, originally when it came, it was based on the gold standard. But when it was delinked from the gold standard, then it became what we refer to today as the fiat money. Fiat money means that the money you hold does not have an intrinsic value. It is what the central bank has decided that it is worth. Today, the money that you have in your pocket, whether it's a 50 shilling note, whether it's a 100 shilling note or 1,000 shilling note, is referred to as a fiat money. Fiat in the sense that it's only central bank that has assigned to that money its value, all right? But it doesn't have any intrinsic value. So it is what we accept it to be, all right? If today we decide that that is not the value, then it will not have any value as it is just a piece of paper, okay? You cannot go today with 1,000 shilling note and tell central bank, give me the equivalent of this 1,000 shilling note in gold, okay? Because it no longer is linked to the gold. But let's come to the digital revolution, which came about by the invention of the internet. Now, what is the internet? Internet was the fact that we were able to move information from one gadget to another, from one computer to another one, across the globe, across the entire universe. We are able to communicate one to another. Today, if you know the number, the telephone number of Obama in the US, you can actually speak to him by just dialing on your phone number, and you will be able to talk to such a person because of the internet. The internet has been able to give us that latitude that we are able to communicate as human beings across the globe. Of course, the internet, as you know, which came at the beginning of the early 90s, all the way to the 2000 and so on up to now, has completely revolutionized how we do things as human beings, to the extent that we now, when you look at the academia, today we can conduct school curriculum through the internet. Nowadays, teachers can do. Right now, I'm doing a meeting with all of us right here. And I am using the internet. I am meeting with all of you, 18 people all over Nairobi and across the globe, using the internet technology. So the technology has brought us a lot of revolution. And again, with respect to that also is the fact that money has also gotten to use this particular platform to be able to enable us to transfer money quite quickly. One such example, of course, is the M-Pesa. M-Pesa today is a world phenomenon. You can be able to send M-Pesa across the globe. You can receive money from the United States, from the United Kingdom, from Japan, from wherever, by the click of the button, and that money will arrive to Kenya in a flash, okay? And so that is one way in which the digital revolution has actually enabled us to have. But today, what I want to talk about is the next big thing called the blockchain. Now, the blockchain has completely flattened the world, as it were, with respect to money. Now we have the ability to transact in value using the blockchain technology across the globe, irrespective of which country you are in, irrespective of whatever your currency is, whether you are an Indian using the rupee, whether you are an Arab using the United Arab Emirates currency, whether you are a South African rand using the South African rand currency, whether you are a Ugandan using the Uganda shilling, or whether you are an American using the American dollar. You now can use one currency, cryptocurrency, on the blockchain. But just before I get ahead and talk about the currencies that are used on the blockchain technology, I want to just highlight a few things with respect to the blockchain technology, which is quite amazing, all right, that the blockchain technology has enabled us to do. If you do today a Google search of what blockchain technology is, you will realize that the blockchain technology is a system of recording information in such a way that it makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. Three things: you cannot change anything on the blockchain. You cannot hack the blockchain technology. You cannot cheat the blockchain technology. Those are three powerful words that underpin what the blockchain technology is. Now, the other thing also, which is also important, are another three words that I really want to emphasize with respect to the blockchain technology. And that is that, first of all, there is security. In terms of blockchain technology, there is complete security, transparency, and decentralization. Security means no one can interfere or can change or can compromise the transactions that are happening in the blockchain space. All right. And number two, it is completely transparent, meaning anyone can view and see those particular transactions across the globe. The third one is that it is decentralized, meaning there is no single authority that manages the technology. All right. Unlike all the other centralized systems, which are controlled by the government through central bank and through commercial banks, that anyone within those particular levels can actually interfere with the records that are held within these centralized systems. But on the blockchain technology, can you imagine? No one can compromise whatever transactions that happen on the blockchain. You can completely trust, you can completely be at ease when transacting on the blockchain technology, knowing that whenever you send money or receive money, no one in between can actually interfere with that record or that transaction in any way or manner. And you are given, you have full control of what happens with that particular transaction. So without dwelling too much about the blockchain technology, which again can be applied on many other areas, not just money. You can actually apply the blockchain technology on many other aspects of our social life. And that has happened, and that is happening, and that will continue to happen on many levels of our life. Whenever we need a record to be true and uncompromised, then we can use the blockchain technology. But today I want to zero in and restrict my discussion to money, all right? And what has happened to money is that we have been able to create what is called cryptocurrency on using this blockchain technology, which, as we have said, ensures security, ensures transparency, and ensures decentralization, all right? And one of the things that these cryptocurrencies have done by their invention is to solve the problems that we have continually, perennially had with respect to the money that we have in the past. Remember, every time we are developing into a new technology, into a new way of doing things, we are solving a problem that we have had in the past. And what is the problem that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, for that matter, has come and solved completely for us? One of them is inflation. And inflation basically is the fact that all the money, all the fiat money, in fact, why they are called fiat money is because there is somebody who controls them, and every time they are in problems, they print more of them. And when they print more of money, what happens to that money? It loses value. And so it suffers what is called inflation. So Bitcoin came and solved that particular problem. How did they do it? By limiting the supply of Bitcoins that can ever be produced. Bitcoin can only be 21 million pieces. And those 21 million pieces are the ones that people in the whole world will probably have to just settle for and use. And so by so doing, Bitcoin, because it has limited supply, yet the demand of this Bitcoin is growing every day. Imagine we are 7 billion human beings or more, all right? And there are only 21 million pieces that would ever be produced. So what does that make Bitcoin to be? It's an asset, a store of value. It will always continue to go up in price. So today, the wisest thing that you can do is to own a few of these Bitcoins, and over time, you will be extremely rich because the value of the Bitcoins will continue to go up. Now, the next coin, the second coin that was created is called Ethereum. And Ethereum came to solve another big problem. And the problem was that we needed a platform to be able to take advantage of the blockchain technology. So Ethereum actually provided now a platform of using the blockchain technology by providing what we call an open source. An open source means that it is completely free for anyone in the whole world to implement a blockchain technology-driven solution for any problem that you can conceptualize or imagine that we need as human beings. So you will only be restricted to how much you can think or a solution that you would like to bring into society using the blockchain technology, and you will now have a free open source platform on Ethereum. So Ethereum gives two solutions. It's a coin, and it is at the same time a free platform that you can actually implement any application that uses the blockchain technology. So what are these applications? They are called decentralized digital applications. In fact, from the name that you've just had, decentralized means that it can be accessed and it can be used by anyone who interacts on the blockchain free, and it is a person-to-person kind of interaction that you get. No middle people anymore. Now, the blockchain technology has completely removed any authority in between you and the solutions you are seeking as an individual. Whatever solutions you are seeking for, the blockchain enables you to access those solutions without a middle person in between you and the solution that you are seeking. And one of the areas that Ethereum specifically has been able to solve is banking services, what we call decentralized finance, that now you are able to access banking services, whether you want to lend, whether you want to borrow, whether you want to do any financial service. Now you can do it without a middle person who will charge you fees for whatever it is that you want to do. Now the platform is open for everyone. And that is why right now, Ethereum actually has a huge community of users who are using the Ethereum platform, and it's growing every single day. Now, because of course this is not a lesson on blockchain necessarily, let me now just mention why are we talking about this. We are talking about this because we are telling you that this technology in the next few years is gonna grow by leaps and bounds, all right? By leaps and bounds. And in fact, according to World Economic Forum, it is expected, somebody is raising up their hand. I hope I'm loud and clear. Again, if you can hear me loud and clear and you can see my screen, kindly type in 222 on the chat. I will really appreciate that. I just saw somebody as if they raised their hand or something like that. So yes, this particular space, you are able to engage directly by yourself. In fact, according to people like Warren Buffett, they are now saying that this particular technology is completely ingenious. All right. Again, I'm still requesting, if you can hear me loud and clear, kindly type in on the chat 222 directly to me, and I will probably appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead. So one of the other things that you probably need to know with respect to cryptocurrency technology, the blockchain technology, is that we are currently at the takeoff stage. We are currently at the takeoff stage. Where this particular star is, that is where we are currently. And it only makes sense for you to be involved in this particular space of cryptocurrency. Just to give you additional information, right? Currently, we have more than 8,000, almost 9,000 coins that are available for you to buy and sell, liquid that you can buy and sell. In fact, with a market capitalization, the value of all these coins is close to $1.8 trillion that is moving in this particular industry. So it is not a small field, as it were. Bitcoin, led by Bitcoin at above 1 trillion currently, followed by Ethereum, the one I've just mentioned, at more than $209 billion. And rich people like Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla, the richest man of the world right now, just invested more than $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. That shows you something. That's a statement. And if you can actually see the graph of Bitcoin over the years, in fact, this is 2014, this is 2015, this is 2016, this is 2017, this is the December of 2017, it hit 2 million shillings, Kenya shillings for one coin. Then it pulled back a little bit for the next 2 years, through 2.5 years. Then it again shot up. Right now, it's at more than 6 million Kenya shillings for one Bitcoin. And you can actually see Ethereum is also doing the same. And just to give you a perspective of what we are talking about, is that Ethereum alone can buy the whole of East Africa. Look at Kenya. Kenya is at the GDP of Kenya. That's the value of the goods and services that Kenya produces in 1 year, is just around $100 billion. All right. But Bitcoin, Ethereum alone can does more than $209 billion in value, meaning that Ethereum can buy the whole of East Africa. All right. That is Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, all of them together. All right. So we are talking about a huge economy here. Now, I want to mention quickly now, how can you, as an ordinary person, you and me, get involved in this particular industry without burning your fingers, in a safe way that you can actually benefit from this industry? And one of the, I could just start with the losing side, things that you really need to watch out before you get involved in them. And token is one of them. A token is basically a coin that is yet to find value in the market. All right, so some coins are created and pre-sold as tokens, and sometimes these coins do not get the value and you can easily lose money. The other area is what is called cryptocurrency mining. Again, it used to be lucrative a few years ago, but right now, with the coming in of multinational companies and the who is who, like Elon Musk, investing heavily in this industry, it becomes difficult for retail people to make meaningful income through cryptocurrency mining. Now, the other area is pyramid scams called return on investment programs. Programs that promise you return on investment by you just investing your money in these programs. Again, this is a danger spot and you probably might need to watch out for those. Now, where can you genuinely make good money? One of them is trading the price. All right, so these prices keep on going up and down, and just like currencies, you can actually trade the price. The only thing I need to mention here is that not everyone can trade foreign currency because it requires a lot of skill, and that skill needs to be learned under the tutelage of a very professional trader who will actually show you exactly how to manage your trades. You are affected by things called emotional movement, fear, greed, and so on. And if you cannot handle your own fears and your own greeds, you can easily lose money, even if you know about something about technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and so on. So it's a very tricky area that I would advise that before you put your hard-earned money in trading, you need to be very sure that you have the best education and the best trainer who can take you through for currency trading professionally. And of course, to get that kind of person is normally not very cheap. It's normally extremely very expensive, and it can take time to learn how to trade profitably. Now, the other area that that you can do even with your closing your eyes, because it is the surest way to make money in the cryptocurrency space, is to buy and hold them, and hold these cryptocurrencies over a period of time. And the only thing that I need to mention here is that it's capital intensive. So you need to spend quite a huge amount of money, and you need to hold for not less than 5 to 10 years. All right. Like Elon Musk right now, who just bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, he will hold it for the next 5-10 years. All right. And that is how you will gain using that particular method of buying and holding. Now, if you don't have a lot of money, all right, I will invite you to consider what we want to discuss right now called a smart contract. Now, this is serious business. This is serious business because this particular arrangement and understanding of using a smart contract uses the very architect of what cryptocurrency is. Remember what I mentioned earlier, that Ethereum has enabled us to engage with the blockchain technology using applications called decentralized digital applications. So in fact, a smart contract is a version of a decentralized digital application that now it gives you the ability to engage with the cryptocurrency space without a middle person, and you gain money without breaking the bank. So what I want to do, first of all, is to define what a smart contract is, all right? And a smart contract, and I just want to give this definition here of what a smart contract is, all right? What a smart contract is, all right? So a smart contract is a programming code that is self-operating, all right? It's a programming code that is self-operating. It is placed directly on the blockchain. It can never be hacked or stopped. Once deployed, it cannot be changed. This means that it does not require an administrator to run it, or even a company, all right? It runs on its own and does exactly what it's programmed to do. Can you imagine? That is the amazing thing of what a smart contract does. It gives you the ability to interact with the business or with the concept without even somebody coming in between. No company, no administrator, nothing in between you and what you are doing. You are completely autonomous, and you can actually run this. In fact, the best place that you can get this definition, exactly as I have mentioned, is to go to Investopedia. Of course, you know Investopedia is one of the authoritative places that you can get authoritative definition of anything that touches on finance. Anything that touches on finance and money, you can get that in Investopedia. So just go to Investopedia and do what a smart contract is, and you should be able to come up with that definition. So tonight, what I want to do is just to describe a smart contract called Forsage. It is the first, it's the world's first 100% decentralized smart contract. It was launched exactly 1 year and a few days ago in February 2020, all right? And it has completely transformed people's livelihoods completely. And that's what I want to discuss with us today. Again, it's decentralized, just like I have mentioned. You are in full control of what happens, and payouts are instant to your wallet, and limited income potential that this particular smart contract enables you 100% transparent, all right? As opposed to a centralized system, all right? Which I don't even want to go into that. Everything that we know in life are normally centralized, and that's why they give us a lot of headache, because human beings manipulate anything that is centralized, because there is somebody behind a centralized system tweaking and changing things and so on and so forth. But a decentralized system, it is once done, completely runs on autopilot. Now, so just to reemphasize again, Forsage is built on Ethereum blockchain. And why Ethereum blockchain? Because Ethereum blockchain is an open source that enables the building and the creation of the agreements that are decentralized, that run on the blockchain technology, that enables users to interact and do business together without a middle person being involved. Now, so let's look at now this smart contract Forsage, and exactly explain how it works. So it has 3 components: Forsage X3, Forsage X4, and Forsage X Gold. All right. So those are the 3 components that that this particular smart contract has. Now, X3, X4, and X Gold, you can look at them as different buildings. And in a building, normally there are rooms inside that building We will call those room slots for our case. So X3 has 12 rooms, X4 has 12 rooms, and X Gold has 12 rooms. Now, each room has a particular price you pay in order to own that particular room and be able to do business with that particular room. And what happens is that the subsequent room within that particular block increases in price twice as the previous one. So you find that slot number 1 is 0.025 Ethereum. This is Ethereum. And if today I was to convert that to Kenya shilling, is about 6,000 Kenya shilling, thereabout, between 5,000 and 6,000. Now, the second slot is twice the price of the previous one. And the third one is twice the previous of number 2. And number 4 is twice the previous number 3, and so on. So it keeps on doubling in price all the way up, and it applies to all the 3 programs. Now, what are the differences between these programs? And these programs, how do you make money? All right, before I go into the details of how you make money in each one of them, I just want to mention, first of all, that for you to make money in X3 with X3 model is that you refer, all right, only, all right? You just talk to your friends, and if they like it and participate, guess what? You earn 100% of what they spend in order to be part of it. That's it, all right? Just like today, you would refer somebody to go to where you take your kinyosi and so on, or a fundi or whatever it is, and instead you don't earn nothing, all right? But here, when you just refer and somebody becomes part of it, that's it, you earn money. Now, X4 and X Gold, you do not even need to refer anyone, all right? You do not need to refer anyone in order to be to make money, all right? So you can just invest your money and you earn. So now let me talk more in detail now on how you can make money with X3 and so on. Now remember, X3 has how many slots? 12. 1, 2, 3, up to 12. And each one of them works exactly the same. That means if you understand how slot 1 works, that's how slot 2 works, that's how slot 3 works, all the way to slot number 12. Now, and we say that when you refer someone, guess what? You earn 100% of what they spend. So for example, in slot number 1, you spend 6,000 Kenya shilling, you own that particular slot. When you do, you earn 100% of what they spend. Again, slot number 2, when you refer somebody else, you earn 100%. Now, that is how you earn on X3. When you refer the third person, that money comes to you in the form of reinvestment, all right? Reinvestment into the same program, all right? And how do you reinvest? By paying somebody else in the ecosystem. And it repeats itself again, over and over again. So let me explain again. When you get the first person, you earn 100%. When you get the second person, you earn 100%. When you get the third person, you don't take home the money, but you earn that money 100% as a reinvestment, so that you earn on the 4th, the 5th, the 6th is a reinvestment, and so on. And so that you now earn on the 7th, 8th, 9 will become. So for every 3 referrals you make, you earn 2, and the third one is a reinvestment, so that you start over again. So the cycle consists of 3, 3, 3 every time. You complete 3, you repeat again. You complete 3, you repeat again. And for those 3, you will have earned 200% of your investment, and you don't need to reinvest again. There is no monthly fee, no quarterly fee, no monthly fee, nothing. There are no fees, no charges, nothing. You earn 100%. Amazing. That is how this particular program works. All right. Now, let me just explain who the ecosystem is. So where does that money go? The third payment. How do you reinvest? By paying somebody in the ecosystem. Now, who is that person? Who is the ecosystem? Any other person who owns this particular slot like this one. That could be the person who referred you or any other person, all right? That also shows you that these same people who you referred, when they also go out and refer their three, the third payment will most likely come to you because now you are part of the ecosystem. So you can earn infinite levels, all right? You can earn from people who have been introduced by people who have been introduced by the people who have been introduced by the people you have introduced, all right? Infinite levels. And that is amazing, all right? And slot number 2, again, does exactly the same. Now, the only thing I need to mention right now is that why would you want to own slot number 2, 3, up to number 12? And there are 2 reasons that I just want to mention. Reason number 1 is that slot number 2, you earn twice as much as slot number 1. Therefore, that's a good reason that now when you refer anyone, you earn twice as much, all right? And then reason number 2 is that the same people who you referred in slot number 1, when they also acquire slot number 2, guess who they will be paying? They will be paying you. You only need to own the slot and you earn more money over and over again. Now, let me now go to number 4, X4, the second program, which you do not even need to refer anyone. You do not need to refer anyone in order to earn from X4. X4, your money works for you, all right? Your money works for you. And this is how it works. The first 2, it consists of 6 referrals, all right? 6 referrals. And these 6 referrals are arranged in 2 rows. The first row is made up of these 2, and the second row is made up of 4, these 4, all right? And you earn on the ones that I've colored, this second row, on the second row, the first 3 in the second row. So this one, and this one, you earn on them. That is 300%, all right? And this one, this one on the first row, and this one here, and this one, you do not earn from those ones. Where does the money go for those ones? Those ones go to the ecosystem. What is the ecosystem? Anyone who owns this particular slot. And that could be an investor, that could be you, that could be me, and that could be anyone. So as an investor, you don't even need to refer anyone because these particular sales or these particular referrals that are being shared within the community can come to you and you will earn and so forth and so on. So that happens all the way to slot number 2, repeats exactly the same and so on, all the way to slot number 12. Now that is amazing. Now the last one, and the one that is you even make more money, is the one we call X Gold. Now here you earn as much as 1,020%. And how do you earn? It consists of 30 referrals that are arranged in 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, consisting of 2 in the first row, and then 4 in the second row, and 8 in the third row, and 16 in the fourth row. Now you start earning on the second row 20% for each. That will be 80% when it is complete. And then you earn 30% for each one on the third row. That will be 240% when it is complete. And then you earn 50% for the fourth row, okay? Which now when you earn on these 16 ones, that is 7, that will be 800%. But the last 2 will come to you as a reinvestment into the program. So you earn 700%. When you add all that, it comes to 1,020%. Just to give you a perspective of what I mean, if you buy, for example, a slot which is worth $100, sorry, $1,000, or say 100,000 Kenya shilling. When it completes, you will have earned 1,020,000. 1,020,000. Now, I basically finished my presentation. Again, if there is something that you want me to clarify, you can ask. You can re-ask the question. You can ask the question, unmute yourself and ask, or you can type on the chat, and I should be able to see it and probably respond on the same. Okay, but right now, what I just want to show you is how do you get started with this particular project. Now, the way to get started, of course, is to buy these slots. Okay, buy all the slots. Okay, that would be the best thing. But why these particular slots were divided into small pieces or small rooms is to be able to assist you or to help you to get started at your pace and at your ability. All right, so depending on your ability, you can actually scale into this investment, just like I've explained. And we normally give a recommendation. You can actually start with, if you cannot buy the whole of it, you can start with 7 slots. Okay, 7 slots on X3, X4, and X Gold. Then you do the same for, or if you want to start with 6 slots, you can do that. That will cost you that kind of money that you can see on your screen. So with 7 slots, that will be about 2.4 million Kenya shillings. With 6 slots, it will cost you about 1.3 million Kenya shillings. Or if you are starting with 5 slots, it will cost you, say, 750,000 Kenya shilling or thereabout, depending again on the exchange rate of the Ethereum at the time you are getting started. All right, so basically that's what I wanted to share. The last one that we recommend is starting with 4 slots in each program, and that will cost you about 400,000 Kenya shillings, and you get started. Again, just the last thing that I just want to mention is, what are the steps? 3 easy steps to begin to get started with this particular program. And that is, you need a wallet, a cryptocurrency wallet, and you can download a free app, okay, like Token Pocket from your App Store, or Trust Wallet from your App Store. If you are using a laptop, you can use MetaMask. All right, then you buy the Ethereum necessary to get linked with the smart contract Forsage. Okay, and you can buy this Ethereum from a website called localcryptos.com or any other place. There are many places that you can actually buy these cryptocurrencies. And then get a link of the person who referred you to this particular webinar, and you will get started with no further issues. All right. I want to conclude right now on this, because we have a training coming up on this same link for members that is beginning in the next 0 minutes. So I don't want to belabor this point too much. I just want to say that if you are a guest on this particular discussion right now, kindly get back to the person who referred you here and just tell them whether you are an A, B, or C. All right. A means that you are ready to get started and you are excited, you liked what you've seen, and you would like to be part of this community, and we make money together. So they will give you the link and get started and so on. Now, you could be a B and you still have a few questions that you need clarified. Again, get back to the person who referred you and they should be able to help you get started correctly. You could also be a C and you are saying you've had, but it's not for you. Again, that is very okay. And we are so glad that you have come to that conclusion because not everyone does everything. There are doctors, there are nurses, there are all types of people that do all different things. We all don't do the same thing, all right? So again, just tell them that you are a C and they will understand and so on. So thank you very much. I want to leave it at that. I know we could have talked about our testimonies, what we've been able to achieve or done on this particular show, and so on. But we will be having these presentations every day at this same hour, and there will be opportunities that we will share our testimonies, our experiences of what we've been able to achieve, and so on. So thank you very much, everyone who is here. We will just take a short break of 5 minutes and come back and do member training. And today I'm so excited. We have so many things to share with us on how to do this business and what it portends in the next few moments. So thank you so much. Let's just give it a break of about 5 minutes, and we'll be back. You don't need to go anywhere. Don't touch the dial. Remain right there, and we'll be back shortly for member training. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure doing this presentation. I'm so excited and fired up for what is coming on ahead. Thank you.